any founder out there that is so short-sighted that they cannot let a good candidate leave with peace of mind, I tell them, please reassess, because you're doing yourself a disservice.
Game now, foot on the gas, can slow down. No, my team, we holding it down. We know we running it now.
I'd like to talk about Sigma's DNA. It's a conversation we had, you and I, in the past. I'm not sure how much we can go into it, but there is something very special in Sigma. It's a company where you have a lot of young people, and you can feel the thirst, you can feel the hunger. I had several account managers, and I can feel the dedication. I can text them at midnight, which I wouldn't do with my own staff, to be honest, really. And they answer me. And there is this, so on one side, you have a feeling of, it's not the best organized thing. It's almost like a giant that's building itself while it's walking.
Yeah.
You know, so it looks like a work in progress. It gets big, and it's young, and there's an energy that drives it that I've seen in very few organizations. So I've heard a lot of complaints about Sigma sometimes being a mess. But you could say, okay, well, it's also Malta. It's also
not only that. We have decided to go into emerging markets, where the quality of supplies is what it is. You know, we're in Brazil, we're in the Philippines,
Yes.
we're in Malta. You know, a boot is not going to look always perfect.
Yeah.
There's going to be issues there. The carpeting might not be perfect, you know. But I promise you, the obstacles we go through, like, let's just mention Malta, you know. There's not a fucking expo center that could take 27,000 people.
And I've seen, sorry, I've been in Manila, and I've been in Manila one day before, 2 days before, while they were building the booth. I couldn't believe that the show was going to be ready on time. It looked like something very surreal, you know.
Yeah. If you go to the US, to the UK, you know, to Germany, to Dubai. Dubai, we don't have this issue. Dubai is Dubai. There's a tremendous workforce there that can get shit done. But we have decided to go into emerging markets because we saw an opportunity there. So I attribute the lack sometimes of imperfections, not due to my team, because my team is insanely driven, you know, and the experience is there. I have a lot of people who have been in the company for 6+ years. And that fills me with joy, right? Because it means they see in Sigma a family where they can grow, and they see a career, you know, they see progression.
And there's this family tribe aspect in Sigma. You have this alumni mentality, where people that were working for Sigma, that left Sigma, that are working in other companies,
They never really leave.
They never really leave. And it's very interesting, actually, because they can work for an operator, for a B2B, and you guess what? They're going to be customers of Sigma tomorrow.
We spoke about this once, yeah.
Our partners, Hamza, was here an hour ago speaking with you, and can you tell why he wanted to talk to you?
Yeah, look, everyone in the industry, or in our industry, in the events industry, when they leave, they're going to be working in a gaming company, you know? But that's besides the point. For me, to see someone who I have influenced and now wants to go out there and build his own little empire, you know, that makes me feel good. You know, it means that I have inspired someone to realize, listen, I can do this, you know? So absolutely, when I see gaming companies rebelling against a candidate because he's leaving, you need to do this, no,
We're not going to talk to you anymore.
No, you have an opportunity for this guy to become an
An
ambassador.
ambassador of your, exactly.
You know?
And not only an ambassador, but even, let's say, that even a buyer, a partner, whatever. I mean,
Exactly. This industry is so incestuous. Everyone is doing business with each other.
completely.
So for any founder out there, this podcast is for founders. Well, it's for everyone. It's about founders. Any founder out there that is so short-sighted that they cannot let a good candidate leave with peace of mind, I tell them, please reassess, because you're doing yourself a disservice.
And also, they come back.
Yeah, the boomerang effect. I love it.
They go for 2 or 3 years. They acquire experience in another company that you don't have in your own company. Come back with this experience. They
Correct.
come back home,
Correct.
and now they've grown, and they were an executive or a manager in your company. And they come back as a head or the C-level after being 2 or 3 years offside. That's
correct.
the most beautiful thing that have happened to us. I mean, several times.
Correct.
And I'm very happy. I mean, of course, I'm sad sometimes to see some specific profiles leaving the company, but I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy for them, and I never believe this is the end of our story.
Yeah.
Never ever.
Yeah.
It's just a pace.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's honestly like a family, right? I know some people don't want us to use this term because they feel we're exploiting
Yeah.
the term family for our own interest as a business. But I genuinely see it as a family. I can't use any other word. I'm sorry.
I have another the word. I have a little other concept I want to share with you. I call it a tribe. Why I call it a tribe? Because in the family is run by bloods. So the brother is winning over the cousin, or the stupid brother is winning over the smart cousin in a family. Okay? In a tribe, the tribe is ruled by meritocracy. Okay, that's why I prefer the term
Yeah, I
tribe.
like it. I like
And they are their family. I mean, they are. Before in all Valea, we had a lot of young people. They had a fathers and mothers, but they didn't have a wife, and they didn't have kids. The new Alea, we have all the people. We have fathers, we have mothers, and they are what is their real family.
Yeah.
So Alea is more like a tribe for them.
Yeah.
And they know that they gonna get the position depending on their merits, and not because they slept a bit or whatever, or they are the brother of someone. So that's why I prefer the term tribe.
I like
family.
I'm gonna start using the third side, yeah. But yeah, treat them like loved ones, in the sense, yes, everyone goes through a rough patch, you know.
Yes.
Whether it could anything, whether it's a sickness in the family, substance abuse, a death of a loved one. Everyone goes through rough patches, and they can completely zone out for a few months. Don't be so rigid, you know. Just embrace them, give them time off, pay for a holiday for them. Make sure they're coming back stronger.
Yeah.
So yeah,
For us, for example, what's important is funny. We're sitting in a chamber. It's health. We try to provide everything we can so they're healthy. Whether we have ice baths, hyperbaric chambers, sauna, gym with 3 personal trainers per day, vegetarian food, a glass bottled water. They all have a whoop, wearing. We really we care. We take care of our own.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I say a lot. Maybe I shouldn't say it this way. I'm going to correct it. Actually, Stephen Valentine from Contract corrected me. I was saying, and I wrote, we won the award lately for best place to work, and I said our employees are more important than our customers. I should say it in other ways. Our employees are as important as our customers.
Yeah.
A credit to Stephen Valentine from Contract. So you must put your employee at the core of your organization.
Absolutely.
And I think that's completely what Sigma does.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've seen it. I know your organization. I know your people. And I think that great big part of your success. And there is this energy, something I can't really pinpoint in Sigma. These young people partying together and doing events together, traveling together. There is almost something, I don't know if I could qualify it like that, almost coming from the youth, almost sexual in a way. There is something that life that comes out of them,
Correct. Correct.
you know?
Correct. Yeah.
How would you describe it in your own words?
Um, I know exactly what you mean. We do have a lot of people in their late 20s, their early 30s, and they do inject this level of energy that you don't see in many other companies.
So,
You know, over the past few years, we have learned to complement it with more experienced folks. So lately, we've been hiring a lot of people that are, older than I am, in their 50s. And at first, I was a bit skeptical that the two won't get along, but it has helped us tremendously to bring Sigma to a new level where we can not only keep the energy with our clients, but nowadays we can also communicate more effectively with the C-levels out there.
yeah,
We can communicate more effectively with government bodies,
yeah.
and because we have the seniority alongside the youth
And that,
energy, and understanding that a mix of both is crucial, has helped us to start turning Sigma from this little fraternity into something a bit more holistic.
and that's also in your DNA because what was your position before? You were some kind of you were working for a governmental body for Malta, right? When you were in Riga, what were you doing
That's
exactly?
correct. I was an envoy, a diplomat envoy.
Exactly. You have a diplomatic background,
Correct.
and Sigma has that in its DNA. It's not just an event organization. It's a body that is in contact with governments, with entities, regulators. You have that.
Yeah, yeah. And look, let's rewind a bit. Demand for online gambling has exploded worldwide. Governments are realizing that the only way to go is to regulate. Failure to do so, your citizens are unprotected. And on this premise, coupled with the fact they can collect tax money, a number of governments are listening to us. They're open to the idea of seeing an expo being held in their country, and they're open to the idea of also regulating the space. This is why you see us in Sri Lanka, you see us in the Philippines, you see us in Dubai, São Paulo. These are all emerging markets that are starting to regulate.
And also, each time I'm in a Sigma conference, and thank you for that. I mean, you bring to the booth always a prime minister, a ministry of finance. I mean, you can see that Sigma has made all these political connections.
Yeah. And I think it's important to have this platform. So Sigma is trying to be this perfect platform. We're far from perfect now, but we've celebrated 10 years. Our journey for the next 10 years is to become this perfect platform where the business community, regulators and governments, but also the players, and I can expand on this, can converge for the industry to grow sustainably.
Who running the game now? Foot on the gas, can slow down. No.